Okay, I will get started in 15-30 seconds. Just want to make sure everyone who wants to be on can watch this. So as always, if anyone doing this for the first time, I go over the currency market, commodity, crypto, and equity. In that order, I'll look at the kind of what it's on my weekly watch list, what I want to see in the market, and then my thought process behind them. So let's get started. I think that's a good time to start. So we'll get started. I'll start with dollar index. Dollar index, as you guys know, I've been looking for some sort of bullish opportunities. Obviously, we have been dropping since beginning of July time. We've been in this bearish kind of environment. I do like the reason kind of a double bottom that's forming here on the intraday charts. I do want to see price gets pushed up more. If we can break out of this kind of a correctional structure, that would be great. If we form some sort of correctional structures here to take it to the upside, that would give me extra kind of confirmation on all the dollar pairs because I'm still very looking for a bullish opportunity on all the dollar pairs. I just want to see better setup, better development in structurally. So let's go to Aussie dollar. So let's go over kind of the dollar pair first. So we're looking at the Aussie dollar here on the forward chart. I just made a post here just now about a potential kind of a sell opportunity here. We do see prices overall in this larger kind of a channel structure. And looking at the last piece of the puzzle here, do like this kind of a flat kind of structure as well. So prices at the top, we see that it's failed to push through more up to the upside. We see a kind of an intraday kind of a bearish push, which is good. We have a correctional here. This was a valid entry. We have the price push down now. So now I'll just be waiting for some sort of confirmation here. Some sort of correction to form here and then take the trade to the downside. If we break out of this flat structure and for more continuation, then I do expect this move to continue down to the lows of here before we see any bullish opportunity to continue to upside. So that's Aussie dollar. Let's go to Kiwi dollar. So Kiwi dollar, same idea, very similar kind of structure. I've been looking at short for a couple of times now, just waiting for the best kind of development. So last bit of price action, we have this ascending channel formation. We have kind of correction within correction, which is good. And if you look at this, this is kind of very similar, kind of a flat structure, just like I went over in Aussie dollar, right? Aussie dollar, we had this kind of flat structure, and Kiwi dollar already had this structure, and we see that price was able to push down the price, and then form this kind of ascending channel, or you want to call it rising wedge. And what's important is that last bit of this price action from Friday, we see this massive kind of bearish drop. So as always, I'll be looking for a continuation correction. If we get it here, then this will be a very good trade setup, at least to the lows here, if not breaking to the lows of this kind of ascending channel structure. So lots of room to the downside, so I want to be able to capitalize it as we go into this coming weeks. Euro dollar, same idea. I do like the daily, the intraday double top. No real kind of a structure yet, but it is still kind of on my kind of watch list as to see what we'll do. Do like this kind of bearish push, and then again looking for confirmation on the intraday on the lower time frame for any potential. Daily wise, we know that this was the correctional structure to push the price up. We're seeing that it's failing to break any higher at this point. So key to find out obviously is just to wait for lower time frame, more development here, and look for any kind of sell opportunities. That's how I would play it. And same thing with pound dollar. If we zoom a little bit, we see this was the initial kind of correctional structure to push the price up. And then now we're getting kind of this kind of M style kind of pattern here where price is failing to push up. Reason kind of double top as well. And if we go to the daily potential, that daily double top I talked about in my last week as well, before the COVID drop. So looking pretty clean here for a potential sell. Just want to see what will develop here. And if we go to intraday, price is kind of correcting itself because this is just Monday morning, right? So waiting for a larger continuation correction would be ideal to look for short opportunities. So going to dollar CAD. So going to dollar CAD here, dollar CAD on the higher time frame. Still looking for this kind of push to the upside, okay, to complete this larger kind of continuation structure from this move, and we're going for more downside. So that's why for at least for short-term wise, we can expect some sort of bullish push from dollar-dollar pairs. I do like this kind of a descending channel within this larger correction we saw on the daily. We see this price push up and waiting for some sort of confirmation, waiting for some sort of correction to here or some sort of a deeper pullback like this, making this some sort of inverse head and shoulder kind of pattern. And we're looking for the next up move to the upside. And once we do see that, again, I'm always looking for a sell on the long term on the dollar cap. So that's all the dollar pairs at least I'll be looking for this week. Let's go into a couple other pairs that is on my watch list. They're looking pretty clean. I do like the setups overall. So Aussie CAD, if you guys know, I've been looking at Aussie CAD for a few weeks now. So we're looking pretty good on the daily. I like this ascending kind of channel structure. I like this daily double top area as well. So going to the intraday charts, we see price is failing to push above this high, and we're looking pretty like a head and shoulder pattern here on the 4-hour chart. What I like about it again is structurally we have this push down. We're forming this kind of you can say a ascending kind of channel or parallel structure, and then we go into the 1-hour chart, like this kind of correction to push the price down, and then right back into this pattern here. So, and then now just waiting for a correction. The correction here is very valid for a sell, and potential target again looking pretty clean to at least the lows here. And then this is probably where I would be looking for to hold the trade if we get this push down and then correction to go down more. Don't want to miss this trade, and that's what I'm seeing for a longer term perspective. Aussie Kiwi, you guys know I've been looking for Aussie Kiwi, looking for short here already since kind of the end of July. So we have this push down correction, push down. Now it's just forming a larger correction to correct this move down. So looking very good, very clean. Yeah, you're seeing this kind of similar structure. Here it's kind of a correction. Aussie CAD earlier when I saw it, it's a little bit more clean. But nevertheless, this is still a larger correction and we do see this price quickly move down. So naturally look for some sort of correction here. And this will be really good because we zoom out on higher time frame. What I'm seeing this overall is this is the impulsive move from the top and we're getting a correction. Now we're getting another impulse, another correction, and look for the sell down to at least here. And this will be a pretty good trade here, pretty good risk reward there, at least in my opinion. Probably 3 to 4 at least minimum risk to 1. So that's kind of fits my trading plan risk management. So this would be an ideal trade for me. Moving on to Aussie Yen. So Aussie Yen, if you guys may follow me, again, I was looking for a short down here, was able to sell to this point, and failed to continue lower after this correction. However, we know structurally it's ever evolving, so it now evolves into ascending kind of channel structure. And last bit of the price action, we do see this kind of recent double top. Price broke out near at the bottom of the structure. So again, look for continuation. This again looks very promising for a sell at least to lows here. And longer term target is definitely to the lows here. Okay, so that's Aussie yen. So going on to pound yen. Pound yen is looking very good as well for the sell setups. We do see this kind of a longer, deeper ascending channel structure, correcting this kind of a quick impulse move. So price has been slowly moving up and up and up. And until this point, we do see price is stalling here at the top of this channel here. So if we go into the 1-hour chart, we do see structurally is making some sort of a reversal structure. We do see price breakdown. Now, naturally, again, looking for a deeper correction to form here. Because it's Monday morning, chances are the market is a little bit slow. So wait until kind of the London session and New York session to see what the price would do here. I do like this overall setup because I do like the potential again uh, in terms of risk reward wise. I do see a potential down to the lows here and ultimately is the lows of beginning of this correction. So lots of room to move and definitely lots of room to get in as well. If even if we miss first possible entry or second, there's many opportunity down the road as well. So that's pound yen. Kiwi yen I'm gonna go over really quickly. Same thing as Aussie yen kind of style. Looking for a short down right here. Once it breaks this ascending channel, we do see price gets pushed out of this structure here, which is very good. And now it's just forming a larger correction. It seems to me this is pretty much over. And if we go to the intraday charts, 1 hour chart, see this price broke out of the structure here, which is good. And like always, I'm waiting for confirmation. If we get some sort of correction here, then this is a very valid sell, and I would be looking to add into this sell and down to the lows here. Again, sorry, down to the lows here. Very good risk reward wise. So don't miss this one as well. Keep an eye on Kiwi yen, Aussie yen as well. So going to Euro CAD, last week I mentioned about we get a continuation structure. In my opinion, this is a continuation structure that is still developing, not yet finished, but I do like the price action here. We have this move down, and then we have a potential sell here, and then price begin to form this deeper correction here. So expect price to maybe make one more move to the upside to complete from here, and then look for the sell down here. Or it might simply just break all of this correction, then look for the first kind of lower time frame correction to add into the sell. EuroCAD, very good, very possible down to the lows here. So this is the trade I'm looking for the sell. So that's EuroCAD. Let's go to Kiwi Swiss. So Kiwi says, as you guys know, I've been holding my sell. I'm still in this sell here from after breaking this ascending channel on the lower time frame. I mentioned there's a potential sell continue if we get this correction to form here. And I like this deeper correction. It's a little bit deeper and larger, but it is correcting this move down. So when we get this breakout from this correction, I do expect price to get pushed to the lower of this kind of ascending channel here. Okay, and I do like this possibility because the longer this corrects, the higher kind of it gives us a probability to form some sort of correction here, and it will continue going downwards. So that's Kiwi Swiss. Last one I want to go over is Pound Swiss. So let's go over Pound Swiss. Pound Swiss again, looking for sell opportunities. We know this is the strong impulse. We know this is the correction, and I'm looking for the next impulse down to the lows here. So very price action wise looks very clean. I do like this ascending channel. We go on to the intraday charts. We broke down, followed by a larger continuation structure. This may or may not be complete. So what it can possibly do is make one more move to the upside and then look for the down move from here, making this structure complete. Or we simply break out of this structure now and look for the down move because this overall on a higher time frame is looking pretty good for a potential sell, and at least to the lows of the correction here, if to the actual bottom beginning of the correction here. That is kind of how I'm looking at for pound Swiss. So that's pound Swiss. Okay, so that is pretty much all the currency pair I'm looking at, and I will go into commodities now. So let's look at commodities. Going over kind of the position I'm in. So sugar is looking really good, still upside wise. We do know the push up from this correctional structure, so it happened already. And I mentioned look for a continuation once it breaks out. So far, to me, this is not yet some sort of correction. It probably needs a little bit more development. So making it looking something like on the 4 hour, looking to be more like a flag structure, something like that, uh, to take the price up. So for now, kind of keep it on the sideline. Just look out for this position potential correction to develop because there's a lot of room to the upside before the COVID drop. Let's go to gold because gold has been a lot of people ask me about gold, and I did make a video about gold as well, but I'll go over gold on how I see it. Uh, So Go, I know everyone, not everyone, well, I know there's a lot of talk about Go because it break the all-time high and it's continued going up. And I made a video about fear of missing out, not to jump in the trade when price is in this kind of a consolidation. And just because the price move has been very volatile, it's about 20, 30, $40 kind of thing. So a lot of people getting stopped out in this area. And I mentioned in this video that I made, if price breaks out and if it forms some sort of continuation correction, then yes, I will look for a buy opportunity. But look at what the price do instead. We have to push up, but instead of forming some sort of continuation correction, that forms some sort of reversal correction. This is a reversal kind of ascending channel correction. We do see that price drop down. From that, of course, this can easily develop into some sort of a longer correction. However, if we know how price action works and if we zoom out on the higher time frame, we've been going up since the COVID time, and we really haven't had a retracement or some sort of correction on a higher time frame. Yes, because we broke the all-time high. That doesn't mean price will continue to shoot up now, right? Because it's likely, like I said, it's likely to form some sort of continuation correction before the next buy move. Is That's just how price move. If we zoom down here, isn't this what price is doing? We have a push up, and then we have a deeper correction before the next push up, and then a deeper correction before the next move up. So if you're looking at the price action, we really haven't had a deeper kind of correction before we push the price up. And how the market works is, when we break the all-time high, where we get a lot of traders to jump into the trade, and guess what happened? If people are buying here, then we're getting taken out by this move right here. So don't jump into the trade until you see a little bit more confirmation. In my opinion, it's not showing anything that is tangible for me for the buy. It is, however, looking pretty tangible for a sell because, as you guys know, I look at price actions and structures. I don't really pay attention to anything else. We do see this push down. If you get a continuation correction here, this could be a short-term sell, at least breaking below this 2000 level, which is what most people psychological level where people thinking breaking above 2000, then the prices start going up. So chances are there's a lot of buys here, but they get taken out when this move drops. So if a correction form here, then I believe this is a pretty good short-term sell. But what I will be ultimately looking for is if we go to the 4 hour, if we get this correction, like I said, on the 1 hour to drop, and then another correction here, and then a deeper one would actually be kind of my potential goal to set up that I want to be taking. Um, Again, we broke the all-time high. We failed to see any continuation correction thus far. It could form deeper correction like this, but that hasn't been developed yet. But just based on price action right now, I do like a potential sell here. And if we get a potential larger kind of a correction to form here, I will be looking for a sell here and looking for a sell down to the previous high the price broke, or possibly down to the next low here. So that's how I see gold, everyone. Okay, so let's move on to a couple other things. Let's go to crypto. So let's go to crypto. A lot of pairs on cryptos. Let's go over them. Uh, so let's look at Cardano. I've been looking at Cardano for a while now. I was looking for a buy opportunity here once price broke out of this continuation structure. Instead, it's making a larger continuation structure, which is all good, which is very valid. If we go to the 1 hour chart, once we see a price breakout, if we get a breakout and then if we see some sort of continuation correction, just lower time frame wise, I think this is a very valid buy as well because we already have two kind of correctional move already. We do have this strong move to the upside, and then it's just correcting itself. And then before the next strong move, it made another correction, which is all good because it's just preparing the market for the next buy move. So I do see this buy move happening as well. So, but don't rush in the trade. Looking for that lower time frame continuation correction and add in some sort of buy position from here. All right, so that's how I see our Cardano. Moving on to a couple other ones. Let's go to Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash, if we go on the higher time frame, I've been looking for buy since the mid of July. We do see price break out of this larger structure overall, which is very good opportunity for a continuation. And as I mentioned, look for a larger continuation here now. So if you go down to the intraday charts, we are forming that correction here, and it's a little bit messy, it's a little bit volatile. We all see these kind of move in crypto quite often. So be careful looking for this completion to complete. This can potentially break up now and keep going, or it makes one more move to the downside, completing this structure before the buy. So that's Bitcoin Cash going to Bitcoin. So we're looking at Bitcoin now. I've been looking for a bullish opportunity from the bottom. We know that when the structure was all the way down here, I was looking for a buy already out of this correction here. We do get that bullish proof up now. Now over here, it's just forming a larger continuation structure. So going to the 4-hour chart, we do see the price broke out. We do see a potential head and shoulder pattern here, an inverse head and shoulder pattern here. We do see price breakout. So naturally look for that another buy opportunity up here. When we go to the higher time frame, this was already the larger continuation correction to correct this move, and we're getting this next move up. We're approaching this kind of next potential daily top now. So, and if we're approaching obviously previous tops as well. So be careful here. I do want to see a little bit more develop in the price action here. This to me is not a fully developed correction. Price can easily hit this top here and then make one more move down to correct this move, and then we're still getting upside. So making this a larger continuation correction for this move up. So be a little bit careful. Do think there's a lot of volatility in all the crypto as well. So that's how I take on Bitcoin. Let's go to Dash. So that's looking at Dash. Again, looking at Dash from all the way bottom already. This was the potential buy setup that I mentioned back in kind of July. So we do see price getting pushed up now, and there's mini correction along the way for buy opportunities. Now price has been stalling here, and I do like the potential of this trade because if we go to the higher time frame, there's so much room to the upside, right? And this is the larger kind of continuation correction for this move up, and we're getting a next move up now. So expect price to form some sort of continuation here because that's how price move. And if we get that, then look for the next buy to kind of the all-time top here. This will be a pretty good decent trade as well. If you've been following me, you might have been able to get in the trade here, which is what I've been talking about for a couple of weeks now. So now I'll be looking for a larger continuation because the price has already moved so much. Uh, don't just look for any kind of a small flag buy. Look for a more concrete, larger correction for me to be interested to add into more buys. Let's go to Ethereum. Ethereum, we go down to the higher time frame. We know that we've been seeing this trade. This is the bullish push up, and this is the correction, and then we're getting this massive push to the upside again. So again, expect some sort of bigger, deeper correction. That is how price move, guys. I keep repeating because that is based on experience that what I see over and over again. So going to the intraday charts again, I was looking for the buy already from here, breaking out this structure here. So we get that push to the upside, and then over here I mentioned look for that correction again. Correction finish, we get the next push up. Now look for another deeper correction to form here. So don't just buy in because the price breaks out now, because it can quickly breaks out and come back down here, tagging all the people out and still go up after. So look for a confirmation for this. This to me, I probably will want to see one more move down, getting tagged the lows here, and then for the next buy move. That's how I see Ethereum. Going to Link. So Link again was looking for the buy opportunity here as well. This was the impulsive move. This was the correction, and then once price broke out correction, like always, I said look for confirmation. We got confirmation breakout, now price has been moving up. Again, if we zoom out on the higher time frame, we're already at this kind of all-time high, right? So uh, expect price to continue push up if we get a deeper correction, just like Nash, just like a couple of the crypto I mentioned. We already have this pretty strong move already. And if we look back on previous price action, when you have a strong move like this, you need a larger continuation correction to develop, and then before they're pushing the price up. So whatever it ends up developing here is going to give us more clues for the buy move up. Let's go to Ripple. So I'm looking at Ripple as well. Already was buying since here. We were looking at this kind of breakout from this kind of structure here. We got that, and then a kind of a lower time frame continuation structure, very developed. So look for the next buy opportunity. Here is kind of where I'm looking for the buy. Now we see price shoot up all the way to the top, breaking kind of the higher time frame channel. See if we zoom out on the daily, we finally broke all of that, which is good. But like I said, always look for a continuation correction because this is going to give us that extra confluence for the next buy. And there's so much room, so don't worry about missing the first buy because there's going to be many correction in the way that you can add into the buy. So we have this move pushed to the upside, now forming this continuation correction and price push up again. So look for a deeper correction here. So going to the intraday charts, this is what I've seen on the 4 hour. It's already kind of developing into a continuation correction, but be a little bit patient. Obviously, it could just break out from here and look for a lower time frame to go, but it might just correct a little bit longer, okay, like this, making a larger kind of correction, okay, but it's still a continuation correction nevertheless to push the price up. So don't miss this one because we can get a lot of bullish momentum in the upcoming week. Last one I'm going to talk about is XTZ. XTZ, I was looking for a buy once the price broke out this structure here. So we do have that here on the 4 hour. We do see price broke out of here. And then it formed a little bit more kind of expanding kind of flat pattern, but nevertheless, we do see price break out. So if we go on to the higher time frame, so we broke out this kind of continuation now, right? And we're reaching to kind of the daily double top now. So what to do now? Well, I will be a little bit more patient. I would see kind of what price will do if we get a breakout. Can we break out this daily double top? Yes, and can we get a lower time frame correction? If we can, this is the valid buy, and this is probably what I'll be looking for in terms of long-term kind of buy opportunity. Do like this setup a lot because this is where the kind of the all-time high is. And if we can break this top, then form continuing correction and go for the next up move. That is what I see for XTZ. Great, so that is all the crypto I'm looking at for this week. I'm gonna go over equity at the end. So let's go over equity. Um, let's look at Aurora. I made a post on Aurora last week, I believe. Yep. So again, looking for the next up move. We do see price already form this kind of a reversal structure, and really this is a clear impulse, and this is really a clear continuation correction. It's really nothing to it than make it just look at it simplicity. Don't worry about news, don't worry about anything else, just straight up price action wise. This is just textbook to me for a impulsive move followed by a very correctional structure and look for the next up move. That is what I see in the market over and over again. These kind of things repeat over and over again and on any different markets. It's just whether it's completing now or is this is going to drag on for more weeks before the next buy move. Okay, so don't get trapped in this consolidation, which is what I think a lot of traders are when they're not sure. Be on the sideline, wait for confirmation. Okay, so let me go on this 1 hour chart. And in my posting, I mentioned don't just jump into the trade. Okay, even though there's a high probability this is going up, but it can just keep consolidating much deeper and tagging all the people out. Instead, wait for confirmation, wait for a clear breakout from the market, and wait for a continuation correction. That is how I take on any of these kind of equity trades for long-term purposes. I can afford to have a a bigger stop loss because I know the potential is there. I can get 3 to 1, 4 to 1 minimum, and higher time frame wise, if we zoom out, there's just so much room to the upside, right? Because it's already been dropping since the since like last year, and during COVID, everything is dropping. And but if we get the rebound that we're looking for, then this trade could be very, very profitable to the upside. Okay, so be on the sideline, be patient, and then look for the opportunity when it presents itself. So Boeing, same idea. Been looking at Boeing since a couple of months ago, really. Just price action is still in development, right? We know structurally patterns, they are ever evolving. So they're never ready unless when they're ready. So you can hope that they're ready, or you can hope that it will go up to date, but chances are it's gonna take a little bit longer to develop into the correct structure that it wants to before the next move. So over here, I think this is beginning of July, I already mentioned a potential buy move. Nothing really happened in terms of price action. We didn't get the breakout I was looking for. So the latest price action I see, this is a clear descending channel for a reversal. So we get that, which is very valid. We do see this intraday bullish push up, breaking out of this structure, which is very good as well. Giving me a pretty good confluence for the buy. And now I'm just waiting for this correctional structure. It's already forming really clean correctional structure to me. Right? It's almost like textbook to me. Is this is the impulse move, and this is making that correctional structure. So expect this to happen maybe Monday or Tuesday. Expect this breakout if we get this correction fully developed. We see a breakout, and I do think this is a very good buy opportunity to the up here. Okay, so there's a lot of room here, and there's a lot of room to the upside. So don't miss this trade. This is pretty much my go-to kind of setup, you can say, as well. So I see these kind of patterns and structure happen over and over again in the market. So I don't want to miss this buy if it happens. Okay, so that is what I see on Boeing. Let's go a couple other ones. There's just a couple ones I'm looking at. Johnson Johnson, again, I've been talking about this for a few weeks now. If you guys been following me, I was looking for the buy opportunity here once this structure breaks out. So we do get the breakout, we do get that lower time frame continuation correction. So this move is very likely to happen. So that's what I'll be looking for in the upcoming week. Coca-Cola, I am looking for still buy opportunity from the bottom. Looking still in this potential completion of this pattern before the next buy move. I do see this is looking pretty good. This was like kind of a pullback or a descending channel. So price is slowly going to get pushed up as well. So that's Coca-Cola. Let's look at MasterCard. These are just the ones that I always been on watch for weeks now. Again, this is kind of you're gonna see these kind of structure over and over again. We have the bullish push followed by correction, and we have an intraday breakout, and then I mentioned intraday correction. And then look for the next buy opportunity. So it's already happening. So if we go into the 1 hour chart, expect some sort of correction to form here again, and look for the next buy. Looking at Nike, so Nike already had that push. This was again the bullish push up. We formed kind of a triangle continuation correction, looking for the next buy move. So I think I made a posting here last week about a buy opportunity somewhere here. Let me just zoom in a little bit. So oh, it's on 1 hour, sorry. So we're looking for a buy opportunity here when price is formed, when it break out of this triangle structure I mentioned, look for a continuation. So the continuation developed here. We do see the price break out the last couple hours of the Friday market. So expect when the New York session happens, when market opens, we can get this push up. So that's Nike. That pretty much is all the equity I'm looking for, guys, for this upcoming week. Okay, so lots of opportunity in the market. I do think lots of chance to get in as well. My favorite ones, again, for equity, I would be Boeing and Aurora. And let's go to crypto. If my favorite ones to look out for is the couple ones I mentioned needs a little bit more development. I would say Link needs a little bit development. Same with Dash and Ethereum as well. So looking pretty clean, pretty good for next buy opportunity. And Ripple. Ripple is looking very good as well for the next buy. Commodity wise, mentioned about gold. Looking for a sell on gold if we get continuation correction here, breakdown, and then another continuation here. So that's commodities. And for currencies, I do like a couple of dollar pairs I mentioned. I do like Aussie dollar. I do like the cat pairs. I do like Aussie cat as well. And I do like pound yen, so a couple yen pairs for the downside as well. And continuation on the Swiss, so Kiwi Swiss. Looking for this kind of structure to complete and look for more sell. So those are the ones that I'm looking for, and those are the ones that I'll be keeping an eye on for this upcoming week. All right, guys. So feel free to ask me any questions in the posting or message me for any questions, and I will chat with you guys next time. Thank you very much.